Good day, kids. How are you? I am Sir Kim, and welcome to our English class. Last week, we discussed about giving conclusions to realistic fiction. Today, we'll be talking about writing a short story. At the end of this lesson, you're expected to write a short story with its complete elements. Realize that writing is fun, and to have confidence in writing. Before we start our lesson, let us have this activity. Match column A with column B. You can pause the video and answer the following numbers. What is a short story? A short story is a piece of prose fiction that typically can be read in one sitting and focuses on a self-contained incident or series linked to incidents with the intent of evoking single effect or mood. What is a realistic fiction? A realistic fiction is a story that tells about characters and events that are similar to people and animals in real life. It can be a story, novel, fairy tale, and fable. What is meant by non-fiction? Non-fiction refers to factual stories that are based on real people and true events. It can be a news, speech, history, biography, and essay. Here are some examples of fiction. The fairy gave the man a pot of gold. The dog talked to his master. The fable of Owl and the Pussycat. Here are some examples of non-fiction. The history of the Philippines. News articles about coronavirus. The speech of the principal. For you to be able to write a short story, let us first identify the elements of a short story. Do you know the story The Three Little Pigs? We will use that story while identifying the elements of a short story. The first element, character. Character refers to the person involved in the story. Who are the characters in the story of the Three Little Pigs? The pigs and the big bad wolf. There are two types of characters in a story. The first one is antagonist. Antagonist is the one who opposes the main character in the story. Who is the antagonist in our story? The big bad wolf. The second type of character is called protagonist. Protagonist is the hero of the story or the main character of the story. In the story, who are the protagonists? The three little pigs. Next element, setting. Setting is a place or time in the story. Where did the story happen? In a small village. Next one is climax. Climax is the most exciting part of the story where the plot is leading. What is the most exciting part in the story Three Little Pigs? It is when the wolf climbed the chimney. The last element is called resolution. Resolution is the closing of the story, the conclusion, and where the problem was solved. What is the resolution in our story? The three little pigs lived happily ever after. Now, you may begin answering the learning tasks. Learning task number 1. Practice writing a story by arranging the series of events below. Then, write them in a paragraph form. Learning task number 2. Read the following details given in columns below. Arrange the details and write them in a paragraph form to create a short story. Learning task number 3. Choose a story that you want to write, then refer to the outline below to help you remember the details or elements you need to include in writing your story. Learning task number 4. Write a short story about any of the given topics below with complete elements. Use rubric for short story rating. Please use the given sample format below. A short story is a piece of prose fiction that typically can be read in one sitting and focuses on self-contained incident or series of linked incidents, with the intent of evoking a single effect or mood. It is crafted from its own right. Fiction is a story that tells about characters and events that are similar to people and animals in real life. It can be a short story, novel, fairy tale, and fable. Nonfiction refers to factual stories that are based on real people and true events. It can be a news, speech, history, biography, and essay. For our final learning task, compose a short story with complete elements by choosing one topic below. I hope that you understood our lesson. See you again next week here in our English class.